It's Sheridan vs Centennial College at the UTM tournament. It's getting difficult to score runs. He taps the ball and runs but is sent back. And that's run out. And that's one of the ways a batsman can get out in cricket when he's out of the crease and the wicketkeeper takes the bails off with the ball in his hand. Quite similar to baseball where the hitter is out if the base is tagged by the ball before he reaches it. Coming from India, cricket has been my primary sport. It is the first sport which I started playing and couldn't let go of it after moving to Canada. Being a player for the indoor cricket team at Humber College and learning about the amount of cricket played all over the GTA, I realized that the game is very popular in Canada too, especially among the South Asian community. Though the official version of cricket is played in fields during summers, a new version of it was created to be played indoors due to the weather restrictions during much of the school year in Toronto. Indoor cricket was introduced in Ontario Extramural Sports Program in 2009, and back then there were just two teams that would play against each other. It expanded gradually and more colleges across GTA came on board to host tournaments. Hassan Javed, who has been a part of the Centennial College cricket team since 2009 as a player first and then coach, talks about the life of cricket and how it has developed.
All the colleges were not on board at that time. And we would have bilateral series at times, so we played a few series with George Brown, just us and George Brown. And then we used to have tri-series where three teams will show up. Starting in 2010-2011, we started doing this tournaments across the board where colleges will host the tournament and other colleges will come and participate. And from there, I think it became a known thing where every college thought about, hey, we need to have a structured team that will come out and play. It was there before, but it was not to the level that it is now. And in the last 3 years, we have almost added 6 or 7 more clubs. We talk about clubs, well, they're basically colleges and universities that have been on board. UTM has been a big part of it. Then we had Fleming, Niagara College, a couple of other universities like Laurier came along. So we have grown. The number of teams that used to participate before was short. There was about 6 to 8 teams and that was it, but now there's about 15, 16 teams. So there's more and more teams that are coming on board.
Cricket means a lot for students coming into Toronto from the Indian subcontinent. Coming to this part of the world, settling down away from home and making new friends seems like a difficult task to begin with. A game like cricket gives them some exposure and makes them feel closer to home.
I've been playing Centennial for 2 years now. I started my first game was last year, so first year when I joined Centennial. It has been great learning new people, knowing them and how to gel with them. It's been a great exposure, I think, for me. Because when I came to college, I didn't expect to play much cricket here, but since after I joined, I feel like it's been great exposure for me. Made new friends, a lot of exposure, a lot of talent in the school too, so it has been great so far.
With 8 teams competing at the University of Toronto Mississauga tournament this year, the level of competition was very high and so was the intensity in the games. Each player seemed to be really passionate on the pitch. Much like Varsity, each team had only one goal, winning the tournament. This intensity, competitiveness and popularity makes indoor cricket a good contender for varsity sport.
So I'll tell you, this has been a fight for a long time now. I'll tell you, we had this vision back in 2010, 2011 as well. We wanted to be recognized as a varsity sport. We come out, we play hard. We always have teams and commitment. So based on sheer numbers and based on the sheer amount of colleges that actually participate now, we always thought that it has the potential.
Humber College Recreation Assistant Dylan Walters says that indoor cricket has the potential to become a varsity sport because it has an established tournament structure. This makes it easier for it to take a step from being an extramural to varsity sport.
In the past, there's been sports that started at the extramural level and moved up to varsity. Right now, extramural cricket, you guys play in league play against other colleges. And it's been something that's been consistent for a while. And there are sports that are similar to that, such as cross country, and indoor soccer, and badminton. And those are tournament-based varsity teams. So I think the best possibility for cricket to be varsity would be if it's indoor and if it becomes tournament sport as opposed to league sport.
It has the potential to be, definitely, because there's been more and more schools getting involved in there. There's a lot of growth. As we know, cricket has been the growing sport for Canada, and there's the new Premier League coming that Justin Trudeau just implemented, and I think that could be a step way for school to give out more talents from school, and I think that's something I look forward to, and I think it's great potential.
The GTA has many cricket leagues. Brampton, Mississauga, Etobicoke, Scarborough and Toronto all have their own leagues, which are divided into divisions as well. The matches are held all over the summer. These not only have players from South Asian countries but Canadian origin players as well. One such player is Dylan Reeve from Sheridan College, who originally plays baseball but started playing cricket a year ago.
It's been really good. It's a great team atmosphere, very intense and competitive sport. I like it a lot. Our athletic department actually sent out an open email for just open tryouts for a tournament Sheridan was hosting. So I went out and made a good impression on the coach and ended up getting a spot on the team.
It is important for a player to see the sport grow. There is a motivation to play the sport when there is something to look up to. And this is where a promotion from the extramural level to varsity sport comes in.
This year there has been more tournaments that we're going to, and I think that's great to see, and more schools are coming through the tournaments. So more schools or more colleges have been taking initiatives in this process, and I think that's a step towards varsity, definitely. It's great to see all the team compete. There's a lot of talent out there. A lot of people are international students coming straight from back home, and they have a lot of talents they want to expose for Canada. And that's something great to see here, because even though it's not the best way to play cricket, it's still the way to get your talent out there. And that's why I feel like it's a great sport or great initiative colleges have been taking for international students.
But in order to be a varsity sport, there are several regulations by the Ontario Colleges Athletic Association which need to be met. And that is where indoor cricket runs into trouble.
To get it to an OCAA sport, my guess is they would want a standard size cricket pitch to play in an indoor. And we'd have to do a lot of convincing of other athletic directors, I think, at the OCAA to get it. But there is lots of talk right now at the OCAA level too.
Every college in Ontario has a different sized indoor facility where the tournaments are held. Hence the playing area and the length of the pitch changes with each tournament. Not a lot, but enough to disturb the varsity rules and regulations. The most important condition to make a sport varsity is that the games need to be held in the same format with the same rules and same playing area over and over again. This could be compared to how the court dimensions are always same in volleyball, or the net is at the same height in basketball matches. In cricket, it is only necessary for the pitch distance to be constant and the height of the wickets. But in order to tackle this challenge, a set of Ontario Collegiate Recreation or OCR rules have been created as well.
To make sure that it is completely understood across the board, somebody from the outside can come in and we can give them a set of rules and they will understand, because rules kept on changing. Some universities or colleges will apply it differently from others. That's where the whole struggle lies. What we did after that was we actually merged. OCR actually merged all the rules, and now we have a set of OCR rules that are followed across the board. Minor tweaks here and there. That's something that needs to go. Those minor tweaks should not happen. Whatever is written is a fine line, and once we can get it to a fine line, then we know that anybody that walks in, here's a set of rules and this is it, right? That will help it go towards varsity.
Cricket is an outdoor club sport. There are different clubs which are created on parameters like area, organization, ages, etc. Canadian College Cricket, which is the organization responsible for cricket all over Canada, has registered different colleges as clubs in Ontario. They help organize a national championship every year in the summer, wherein the teams participate in turf fields and compete in the best facilities available. And then the best players from this tournament get a chance to qualify for the Canadian national team as well as the Canadian college team, which represent the country.
The official sport is played outdoor. We are kind of playing a knockoff version of it indoors, right? The good thing is it's official, it's sanctioned. You know, colleges are on board, universities are on board, which is always a great thing. But then now you got to go back and step back and think. We have 4 months here, which can technically work for an outdoor season, or maybe even at a club level, right? So colleges or universities can sign it up as a club. Centennial College Cricket Club, Humber College Cricket Club. And that way, it's a club sport, right? And universities also have a club sport in their agenda. So when they have a varsity sport, when they don't have a varsity sport like cricket, they call it sub-varsity club sport. That's where I think that's where we saw the light. When we saw this happen, we said, yes, this is possible.
Various steps can be suggested to improve the game and try to get it to the varsity level, but at the end, the decision rests with the OCAA.
It's their job at the end of the day because they have been doing this tournament so far, so it's their job to push in for more and more at the same time. And I think they've been doing a great job so far, and they just have to push more and more to push it into the varsity sports right now. At the end of the day, what we're looking for is more people to come out and more people to enjoy from the stressful college life we're going through. And if it becomes varsity, there is a bonus there that you are given more sponsorship, more scholarship, more reasons to compete at the end of the day.
Close as it may be, cricket still has some way to reach the varsity sport level. But it definitely looks promising enough and seems like one of the next extramural sport which can turn into varsity sport. Players and staff are hopeful that it happens soon. Meanwhile, the indoor cricket season is over and players have started practicing with their clubs for the outdoor season in summer.